questions. I can't wait to get into the fight.
I could taste it. I wanted it so bad.
Right.
Because as an inspector, I was in Mike Tyson's corner the night he became the youngest heavyweight champ in the world. I was in
Trevor Bird.
Trevor Bird.
Yeah, I remember Trevor Bird.
I was in his corner.
Wow.
Watched him wrap up. Watched him glove up.
Wow.
I was there when he exited that trailer into the ring, and when he left the ring and went back to the trailer, I was with him the whole time. So that was just my dream fight to do a Mike Tyson fight.
That's dope.
And the guy they put in front of me, he got Mike Tyson fights, but because that's a part of them holding back. Now they would toss me a bone every once in a while,
Right.
But yeah, I was getting frustrated to the point to where I was talking about wanting to quit.
Right.
And people were saying, that's what they want you to do.
Yeah.
They want you to quit.
And he ain't quit.
Yeah. And my mom used to always tell me, I hate quitters. If you start something, you finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, at that point I just had to, grit my teeth and bark. Because people,
I love it.
People were getting to the point where they didn't want to be around me. Because that's all I barked about. That's how I was eating my core.
Right. They was mistreating you though.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you do? When you love to do something, right? When you love to do something and it's in your core and you want to do it and people are playing with your livelihood, you have no choice but to bark. Somebody's playing with your life.
Exactly.
If you don't stand up for yourself, the commission wasn't going to stand up for you.
Exactly.
So I love that. Mr. Bayless, man, taking one for the team. This man right here, and I feel so great because he actually came to my residence. That's how you know this is a good brother right here. But now I want to segue to another destination of this conversation.
Yeah.
Now you going through all of that, all the rigmarole they put you through. You to be sitting right here. You said all you wanted to do was ref a Mike Tyson fight.
Right.
Now I did my research.
Right.
I think you refereed some of the best-selling pay-per-view fights boxing has to offer.
Yes,
if
sir.
I'm not mistaken, you refereed the highest pay-per-view, highest gates, highest anything.
Yes.
You refed it.
Yes.
And I'll name them down for the Main Event podcast if y'all just don't know. Mayweather Pacquiao, Mayweather De La Hoya, Mayweather, was it Mayweather Canelo?
Canelo, yes sir.
Pacquiao and, who was it? Pacquiao and, help me out. He's done so many, I can't even remember.
Yeah. Well, Pacquiao did Ricky Hatton.
Pacquiao Hatton.
He did Miguel Cotto.
Pacquiao Cotto. This man, he didn't ref them all. Now, my next question is, I gotta know, on the Main Event podcast, make sure you like and subscribe. All those fights you refed, your whole career, what moment stands out that was your favorite fight that you refed? And my second part to that question is, were you mad you had to work the fight? Would you rather have just been a fan watching it instead of working it? Because I know you got to work it, you can't enjoy it, and you love the sport. So so if you're watching Floyd and De La Hoya fight for the first time, biggest fight in the world, how do you keep your composure and be like, okay, I got to work. I can't work, but I gotta watch the fight, but I can't watch it, I gotta work.
Right.
How do you separate the two?
First, I just want to add that when I first did the early part of me coming through the ranks and how I was getting treated, I forgive all of them. All the haters, I forgive them.
He forgives y'all.
And I forgive them because it helped make me who I was. Because in the sport of boxing, your performance counts on everything.
Right.
From fight to fight, it's your performance. And I was blessed to perform every fight, and you name some, and there's a ton of them. Eric Morales and Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez. I mean, the list goes on. It goes on and on. And I was able to perform, bring my A game to each one of them. And the fight that you mentioned about Mayweather Pacquiao, I wanted that fight just like I wanted the Pacquiao fight. And I got that fight. And it was only because of how consistent I was in the ring for all those years.
Right.
That fight, when it was announced that I was doing a fight, I was receiving calls from everywhere.
I know you were. You were the
From
hottest.
Thailand. People, I mean, it was unbelievable.
I know.
Taiwan.
I know.
And for me, it was an honor. And I had refereed both of them, Floyd as well as Manny. And so it wasn't like I was worried about anything that was going to happen because they both fight clean.
Right, they both fight clean.
So the only thing I was doing was just administrating. Is all I was doing. Just being there when I had to break them. And
yeah. One thing about your ref style I love, I hate to interject, but one thing about your ref style I love is when they get to clinching, you gonna break that shit up.
Yes.
Y'all gonna, come on, y'all, nope,
Yeah.
what y'all doing?
Yeah.
Like, I love that about you, because some refs, they'll let them hug it out, see what they gonna do, look like they might be getting some refs a little bit, but you like, nah.
Yeah.
Y'all get on now, y'all get going back in there.
It's
I love
timing.
that about you.
Well, it's timing is the key. And then there are times if they're trying to rest or whatever, then that's my job to say, hey, this is a fight.
Right.
You know, and there's styles too.
Styles.
And so the fights that molds us as to who we are fights, the 4 and 6 rounders, because we know nothing about them until they get in there. And then we have to make adjustments on what we see. It could be in the first 30 seconds. It might take a full 3 minutes. We don't know.
Right.
But with them, like I said, it was an easy walk.
Easy work.
Yes, it was.
So you say they paid you for nothing. They paid you for nothing.
And I hate to try to enjoy it because that ain't my job.
No, you're working.
I'm working.
That's why I asked you, how do you separate the two?
Yeah.
Like, I'm watching Floyd Pacquiao fight. I've been wanting this fight as a fan, as big as the fans been wanting to fight, and then you gotta ref it.
And I
gotta work tonight. I can't watch the fight.
And Tyrone, I got to get past before the fight at ringside talking to Denzel Washington, Shaquille O'Neal, Charles Barkley.
How do you go to work after that?
Exactly. I mean, I have to, is when I'm climbing up them stairs, reality is starting to set in. And I climb through the ropes, it's a whole different ball game now. All that you got to put aside and focus now on what's happening to you.
Okay. Now that we done covered the big fights and the excitement that he takes and all the celebrities he's had to deal with, even though he's the celebrity himself, you know, when Mr. Kenny Bayless goes back to the dressing room and he goes to talk to these fighters on what he expects, because I know every referee has their own set of rules that they dish out, so to make their job easier, but enforce their rules in the beginning.
Yeah.
So what are some of your rules you go back to the dressing room with for people that don't catch you giving rules on pay-per-view in the dressing room? You know, what are some of those rules you give?
When I first started Taiwan, there was a referee that I kind of hooked up with, and he called it his cheat sheet. And he put a little piece of paper with the rules in his hand so that he covered everything and didn't miss anything. And from that, I learned how to go in the dressing room, give my rules exactly the same way from the blue corner fighter to the red corner fighter. Because in today's times with cell phones and pads and whatnot, they're taping you. Mm-hmm. And they're taping you for a reason. To make sure that you said it the same way. Yeah. And I got down the way I initially go into the rules when I go into the dressing room. There is no 3 knockdown rule. There is no standing 8 count. You cannot be saved by a bell in any round. Keep all your punches up and in front of your opponent. No low blows, no rabbit punches, no kidney punches. In the event of a knockdown, the fighter standing, go to the furthest reach your corner, or the corner I tell you to go to and stay there. Right. If your opponent goes down, and I see you drifting out of the corner, I'm going to stop counting, I'm going to make you go back. That's going to give your opponent more time to cover. If your mouthpiece comes out of your mouth, you keep fighting. As soon as the action slows down, I'm going to call time, get the mouthpiece to your corner. Your corner man will clean it off and insert it back in your mouth. When you're working inside, I'll give soft warnings. Keep the punches up. Watch your head. If I start the action and give a hard warning, that means that any time I can start taking points. When you're working inside, if a glove goes under the arm, and I feel that you can work your way out of the clinch, I'll give that command, work out. That means that you work out of protect yourself and work out of the clinch. Any event that you knock your opponent down, and while he's down, you hit him while he's down there. That could be a 2-point deduction, or the severity of the fight could be a disqualification. I say it like that every time in each dressing room, so that they know.
You got that down by heart.
Yes, sir.
He had me feeling like I had a fight coming up. I was about to club up around here. I was ready to get out. Oh man, hey, I love it. Not like I'm such a fan of the sport, Mr. Bayless.
Yes, sir.
I sure appreciate you coming through to the Main Event Podcast.
Yes, sir.
I could keep this brother here forever and talk to him, but he's a busy man, and I sure appreciate his time. But before I go, I got a question. My buddy Wayne asked me to ask you. I told him I'd do it right here on camera. You know, he's reffing. He's in Kansas City.
Right.
And a lot of people believe that's telling him, you won't really make it in reffing unless you move to Las Vegas where boxing is happening at. So do you have anything to say to that? Can you make it to the pinnacle of reffing without moving to Vegas?
You can, but the whole key is the number of fights. The more you get in that ring, the better you become. Mm-hmm. And back in the 80s and 90s, boxing was hot here. We'd have 2-3 boxing shows a week. Mm-hmm. A week, sometimes 4 in a week. And that is saying a whole lot in comparison to now time. It has slowed down now. Because back then, when you talk professional sports, it wasn't like what we got now. We got the Knights now. We got the WNBA now.
The Raiders is here now.
The Raiders are here now. From Oakland.
I'm a Chiefs fan. He just found out I was three-peating. He just found out I'm about to three-peat. Oh my God, this is hilarious. I love it.
Hey, listen, I was at the Raiders Stadium Super Bowl last year when the 49ers was in the ring.
When I'm back to back.
In the ring. Yes, with KC.
I love it. But to my credit, I have been a fan since I was 12.
Right.
I've been a fan before Pat Mahomes was born. I've been a fan before Travis Kelce was born. So I've been here for a very long time.
I hear you.
Oh man.
But the whole key is the more you get in, the better and the more confidence you get. And California is hot. California per capita have more boxing cards per year than any state.
I believe it.
Nevada used to rank 3rd because New York was hot. Even Florida was hot for a while.
It costs a lot to do a show. I've done it. I know.
But Nevada was hot, and it was hot. And coming out here was a good place because we had so many shows that you're going to get some work.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what it's all about, getting work.
Yeah. Okay. So, Wayne, it's all about getting them rounds in, baby. That's all Mr. Bayless said. You could be in Alaska, man. If you rep 300 fights in Alaska, you're going to get to the big stage, baby. That's just how it goes. Mr. Bayless, thank you for coming through to the Main Event Podcast. This man right here is the man. I feel blessed to even have boxing royalty in my presence. How many people can say they interviewed Kenny Bayless, let alone came to his house? Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Kenny, again, thank you. Main Event Podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe. And we out.